Some interesting news popped up in the NFT space last weekend with Bored Ape Yacht Club buying meebits and CryptoPunks. And this is the first time that I'm seeing some centralization. And these are some of the bigger projects in the space are owned all by the same company. And yes, it's actually a company that's behind this. It's Yuga Labs, which owns Bored Ape Yacht Club as well as Mutant Ape Yacht Club. And this company is essentially gobbling up their competition. If you go to OpenSea and sort by volume traded, you'll see Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunks, meebits, Bored Ape Kennel Club. So of the top 6, 5 of them is essentially owned by the same party. It's like the same thing when someone complains about Facebook but uses Instagram. In this case, someone may say, no, I don't own Bored Ape Yacht Club, but I do have a CryptoPunk. Back to the acquisition itself, how does that work? Well, the exact terms of the deal weren't announced, so we don't know how much money was maybe given to Larva Labs by Yuga Labs. And that's right, Larva Labs is the company that is behind meebits and CryptoPunks. And the acquisition was really about the intellectual property rights of the characters of those NFT collections. So Yuga Labs bought those rights from Larva Labs. Now, if you own a CryptoPunk, it's not like all of a sudden it gets taken away from you and sent to Yuga Labs. This is more of a branding deal, in my opinion, to really establish as the NFT company. So now Yuga Labs could launch a new collectible around the CryptoPunk branding, or they could change the direction and allow certain CryptoPunk NFTs to have more utility. There's a lot of different things that they could do. What's also interesting about Yuga Labs is every time a Bored Ape is resold on a secondary market, Yuga Labs is actually collecting 2.5% of that sale. And with around $3 billion in lifetime trading volume, that means Yuga Labs collected around $60 million just from secondary sales income. Whereas Larva Labs didn't do the same thing with CryptoPunks and meebits. So in terms of recurring revenue, the Bored Ape Yacht Club was really thinking ahead, and they have cash flow coming in. And so as long as there's volume on OpenSea for Bored Apes, then they're going to be making money, and they can use that money to build the brand, create utility for the NFTs for owners, and really continue to snowball towards becoming the biggest player in the NFT space. To build on top of all this hype around the acquisition of other NFT collections, Bored Ape Yacht Club is creating a cryptocurrency to fund games, events, and merch. And they'll be doing this through something called ApeCoin, which will be governed through a new DAO, which is interesting because you have Yuga Labs, which will be acting independently of ApeCoin. Because I was wondering, how does this work from a regulation standpoint? It definitely seems like a security that is being used to raise funds in order to create this ecosystem around ApeCoin. But even the roadmap includes launching a decentralized NFT marketplace. Even though this NFT collection started from nothing, was launched on OpenSea, can be bought on all these other NFT marketplaces, the end game possibly for ApeCoin is that they're building out all of these products around the NFT space. Speaking of buying cryptocurrencies, I want to talk about the sponsor of this video today, iTrustCapital. If you're not familiar with iTrustCapital, it's an IRA company that allows you to buy cryptocurrency with tax advantage accounts. That means you apply to open up an IRA with the company, you fund your IRA, you buy some cryptocurrency in there, and then you wait 30 years, however long till you retire. And if it's set up through something like a Roth IRA, when you withdraw your Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever cryptocurrency you're investing in, all the capital gains, there's not going to be any taxes on based on how a Roth IRA is set up. Definitely a great concept, and it also forces you to diamond hand those cryptocurrency investments until retirement. If you do decide to sign up today using the link in the description below, you'll also get $100. Shout out again to iTrustCapital for sponsoring the video, and let's get back to the video. I think all of this news begs the question, if CryptoPunks and meebits, some of the biggest NFT collections, can just be bought by a company, I think any NFT collection can essentially be bought by this company. As Bored Ape Yacht Club and Yuga Labs becomes bigger and bigger, they could actually just continue to buy up all these NFT projects as they gain hype. And it's very similar to the world of stocks, where one company kind of owns a lot of these NFT collections. And no matter what you're buying, Cool Cats, Metroverse, you may be buying it from the same company. If this is lucrative and these NFT companies all of a sudden start making a ton of money, I think other players will step in. And as time goes on, these smaller projects, it becomes really hard to compete with these bigger NFT collections because the NFT collections have a lot of money behind them in order to provide more utility. So if I'm looking at an NFT that's created by Billy Bob Joe or whoever you're talking about, some random person that is maybe more artistic, has a collection, is unique, but they don't provide as much utility in terms of, oh, you get a cryptocurrency, you get to be able to use your NFT in a game, you get membership exclusives, all this stuff that gets wrapped up in owning that NFT. That's where the smaller players in the space kind of get ran over by these bigger players. It's just an interesting concept to me. I mean, I'm not huge into NFTs. It's not like I'm buying Bored Ape Yacht Clubs that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it is interesting to look at from a business perspective. I see what Yuga Labs is doing. They're definitely killing it from a branding perspective as well as they're a functioning real company. So if they can continue to build, own more of the NFT marketplace and market share, why wouldn't they do that? What I would actually be interested in investing in is Yuga Labs versus owning an NFT. I realize that they can't make promises where if you own an NFT, you get a portion of the income that becomes a security and it's a regulation issue. But that's what I'm waiting for clarity on in the NFT space because I believe that is a really cool function. Securitization of companies using NFTs as a way to pay out certain profits. That's probably not coming for a while. Anyway, I thought it was an interesting concept to talk about. Centralization is definitely coming to NFTs. Love to hear your thoughts in the comments on all of this news. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button as well as consider subscribing to Main Street Wolf where we talk cryptocurrency, investing, anything to do with money. Thanks guys for watching and have a great day.